WLFI is cooked. You are the exit liquidity. These are the comments that I keep getting on my WLFI videos, and I just have to address it because I think that most people are looking at this the wrong way, and I get it. Everybody's all up in arms right now because WLFI leveraged their tokens to borrow $75 million. But here's the thing, what they did is not anything new. This is what all big money does. Every bank does it. Real estate investors do it. I'm doing it right now with my Bitcoin. I leveraged my Bitcoin so that I can go buy yield max ETFs that are producing cash flow. This is what you do when you have an asset. But the outrage to me isn't necessarily what they did. The outrage comes from the fact of who the company is tied to. Anytime Trump's name is involved in something, people get emotional, and I get it, I understand it. Look, I'm not here trying to go to bat for Trump. Did I vote for him? Yes, I voted for him. Do I agree with everything that he's done? Absolutely not. Do I agree with the words that comes out of his mouth and the timing of it? I do not. But people are getting upset for the wrong reasons. Again, to me, I think it's more emotional. However, let's just say it is because of the leverage component. I'm going to say it like this. You don't have to agree with how the rules are played, or I should say you don't have to agree with how the rules are of the game, but you should understand how the game is played. If you are going to invest, you have to understand how the game is played, and this is part of it. Now, here's how I look at my crypto investments, not just WLFI, all of my crypto projects. When I invest in a project, I have, let's say I have a bag of WLFI. Let's use this for example, okay? I'm going to hold 50 to 60% of my WLFI bag long term. And I'm going to sell 40 to 50% of that bag as price appreciates. Okay, so that's my strategy. I don't know what yours is, that's my strategy. And so when there's headlines that drive the price down, and the price of WLFI, we had already predicted, not I should say predicted, we had already anticipated it hitting 0.077 to 0.072. Shout out to Schulte Trades for the amazing chart reading. So I'm going to position myself when the price pulls back, because I know that when price appreciates on projects, there's two levels of appreciation, okay? There is the speculation appreciation. That's when you have your initial run up, right? The speculative price, it drives it up. And then you have the adoption run up. So if I can get WLFI at sub 10 cents, at sub 8 cents, I'm loading up on it. I will load up on it if it goes to sub 5 cents, because my plan is to sell on the way up, and I already have my exit targets to sell that project on the way up. I'm going to get my initial capital back, my initial investment, and then my long-term bag is going to be held with house money. So the risk isn't there for me. And again, that's how I look at all of my crypto projects. And so to the naysayers, the people in the comments that are like, WLFI is cooked, your exit liquidity, oh, so what's the real value? Guys, you have to understand, these are the same types of people that were ragging on Bitcoin when Bitcoin was at $1. These are the same people that were ragging on XRP when XRP was at 10 cents. Tell that to all the people that made millions and millions of dollars off of those projects. And I'm not trying to compare WLFI to those projects. I'm not saying that WLFI is in the same category. What I'm saying is that we have to erase and put our blinders on to all of that noise, because that's all it is. It's noise. And when you're investing in projects, you have to invest in a project that you understand at a deeper level. So for me, because I don't want to say belief, but I have a level of conviction in WLFI because I believe that it has major political and institutional power behind it. I recognize that there's risk with WLFI. There's risk in every crypto project. But I also understand the way that the game is played. And again, I don't have to agree with the rules, but I understand it. I don't agree with how big banks do things, but I still have to go and deposit my money in the bank right now. I hope this is making sense. So if you are a WLFI holder, you cannot listen to the naysayers. One of my mentors / friends, Coach JV, when the SEC sued Ripple, everybody was ragging on him because he had conviction in XRP. And people were messaging him and calling him and telling him all of this negative stuff because they felt like they got rug pulled because he believed in XRP. He had conviction in XRP, but he stayed with it. And guess what? He became a multi-millionaire when XRP's price appreciated. And again, I'm not trying to compare WLFI to XRP. I'm just saying, if you're going to invest in crypto, you should be investing in projects that you believe in, and you should be investing money that you can afford to risk. For me, WLFI is my most risky investment. But I'm taking the risk based on the political and institutional power behind it. And I believe that WLFI will be part of the new infrastructure. There is risk that I will be losing my money. That's the risk I'm taking by investing. I hope this video helps. I hope it calms the nerves. I hope the trolls show up in the comments to help the algorithm, but that's all I got for you on this video. If you're new here, my name is Donnie Joseph. Welcome to my channel. On this channel, we talk about crypto, investing, wealth building, mindset, macroeconomics. So if any of that stuff interests you, subscribe to the channel, engage with the content, and until next time, we'll talk soon.